the DSS convened a meeting of the NNPC Limited, the regulatory authority, NPPRA, and other stakeholders in the energy supply chain, in the downstream sector particularly. And among those who were also invited to the meeting were Moman, Major Oil Marketers Association of Nigeria. We also invited IPMAN, Independent Marketers. We invited Tanker Drivers, PTD. We invited Nupeng. We also invited NATO. And the invitation is to look at the security implications, to look at what has become or what is assuming a national security dimension, this fuel scarcity. And we were very apt, we were clear and direct in telling all these stakeholders that enough is enough. That Nigeria and the fuel supply chain, the fuel supply system, whatever the hurdles are, must be resolved. And Nigerians have all, they have every right to have access to this product. And we insisted that whatever the issues were must be resolved here and now, here and today. And the message of the DG and the service was very direct, was very clear, and was unpretentious. We told all the parties that we will not continue to tolerate, and whatever the issues are, they must go above board and go beyond their good, their best. They should go beyond their best to ensure adequate supply, sufficiency in supply, and we insisted that the service will also collaborate, partner with every stakeholder in the distribution line or system to ensure sufficiency. For those who may want to query or raise questions as to what our business is in discharging this responsibility, we know, and you also know, constitutionally, statutorily, the service is charged with the role, the mandate of detecting and preventing threats against the internal security of Nigeria, detecting and preventing crimes against the internal security of Nigeria. And the service is also charged with the responsibility of investigating economic sabotage of national security dimension. We are not saying yet that the fuel scarcity is as a result of economic sabotage, but if it comes to that, we will rise to the occasion and we will take it to the end by way of investigation, by way of ensuring that whatever the issues are brought to light. and possibly the ones that demand policy actions, we make sure we take them to the relevant authorities for definitive solutions. It is on this basis that this meeting was convened, and we spoke. Every stakeholder in that meeting was frank, and they were open to the discussions. They commended the DSS for taking this initiative, and we are happy that the meeting was actually convened, and every stakeholder spoke openly, spoke to the issues, and a lot of constraining factors were raised. I'm not speaking for NNPC, and I'm not speaking for any of those stakeholders, organizations, or other personalities that came for the meeting. I'm speaking for the DSS and speaking through to the action and the preemptive steps we took to resolve the issue. And after listening to all the parties, NNPC, MOMAN, IPMAN, DAPMAN was also in the meeting, depot owners, and multiple factors were raised. One of the significant, one of the major takeaways from the meeting was that there is sufficiency of products in the country, and all the stakeholders agreed, all the people and the organizations and associations that were in the meeting agreed that there is indeed sufficiency, availability of product with the NNPC, despite all other issues and factors that were raised. And the question became, or the question is, if there is sufficiency, why the scarcity? Why the lines? And we also made it clear that whatever solution that we made or agreed on must be implemented. And as a matter of fact, some resolutions were actually agreed on. And some of these resolutions include an NNPC's commitment that moving forward, it will continue to make product available at the official ex-depot rate to marketers, and particularly IPMAN. An NNPC also agreed to decentralize its distribution channels to impact positively on marketers, and again, particularly IPMAN. Not the first one, they agreed that they will sell the product at the official ex-depot price to all marketers, not with the exception of any marketer, please. An NNPC agreed and resolved that moving forward, they will sell the products at an official ex-depot price to all marketers. An NNPC also agreed to decentralize its distribution, especially in the Lagos areas and indeed across Nigeria, to impact positively on marketers and particularly IPMAN. There was also a resolution that MOMAN will review on daily basis with an NNPC over distribution issues. The idea of the review is to ensure that bottlenecks surrounding issues of PFI and other issues in the distribution system and channel issues, challenges surrounding that are timely resolved. There was also an agreement that marketers will also operate their depots almost on 24 our bases. PTD, petroleum tanker drivers, also agreed that their members will be, all hands will be on deck for the lifting of products across the country. And on the side of the DSS, we agreed, where need be, to provide security to ensure seamless distribution. But overall, the stakeholder meeting resolved, and we are insistent on such resolution that the fuel distribution system must improve, or the challenges must be completely eliminated in the next 48 hours. We made it very clear that the period of grace we will give, within this period, we are finding solutions to this economic challenge, is 48 hours. And that after 48 hours, we will, as a matter of urgency and the mandate, carry out operations across the country, and we wouldn't mind whose ox is got in the process of executing such projects or such operation. If any person, group of persons, individuals, or any person, as a matter of fact, or company decides to be obstructive to the operation of easing of petroleum distribution in the country. And we sounded a clear note of warning to the marketers, to other stakeholders, and every other person who is involved in this process, that we will not, it wouldn't be business as usual. Whatever the challenge is, must be resolved, and resolved quickly, and be resolved in the next 48 hours, and after which we will be in the field for for enforcement actions across the country. We will set our commands and our platforms on alert. We have done that, to be on the watch and procure intelligence and information that relate to obstructive tendencies of certain persons and elements who may want to sabotage the agreed efforts. So we want to call on Nigerians to support peace and do not take laws into their hands, particularly at a time like this. NNPC and the multiple stakeholders in the industry and the sector have given a commitment that there will be a seamless distribution of products, and that the season, the Utah season, will not witness acute scarcity, and that there will be peace moving forward. I think those were the key issues. If I don't know if I'm leaving anything in. Okay, an NNPC also agreed to commence 24-hour loading across the country. An NNPC said they will sell products to marketers, including Ipman, agreed to open their depots 24 hours where there is adequate security. Yes, intelligence acquisition and usage is a continuous activity. This is not an isolated case. Intelligence is a continuous thing. We always are on the move, gathering intelligence and using intelligence. And the point we are making is that whether there is intelligence or not, people should not capitalize on this to make trouble. Yes, at all times, we have always, ensured that people do not also capitalize on situations to make trouble. We have warned about that. We have issued advisories on that. So The key message is that there is fuel sufficiency, and we will collaborate, we will partner with stakeholders to make sure that this product is distributed properly, adequately across the country, and that nobody should use the opportunity to cause trouble. And those who are already planning to do so will not succeed because we will not allow them. Okay, thank you.